And we back. FXBros here for another live Sunday analysis on the Australian dollar. Who we got in here? We got Ant. What's up? What's up with it? Whoa.
Check, Mike.
What's up, brother? Yeah, we
What's
live.
going on?
We live.
How you-
So right now, let me take off. I'm gonna remark up this area. Remove all these lines. Start from a clean slate. So on the previous 2 weeks, I believe we had marked out a 4-hour target and a daily target that we have already hit and surpassed. So that ultimate move was called out and all targets were hit. So as far as the 4-hour, I believe, let me see, what was that weekend? I think that was around here. Let me see, it was the 29th, 22nd. So I believe it was, I think it was this 4-hour wick we were targeting for this week, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check on the 1 hour and see if I can see it better. I know for sure the week, that weekly wick we hit right here. That was the weekly wick we was targeting based off this week, which was, yeah, the week of the 22nd. So we did hit that weekly wick target we was looking to fill. On a daily, that was the same situation. It was that weekly wick right here on the 4th. Let me go back to the week and see. Right here, yeah, May. So that was that target. So if I go to the 4-hour for the 11th, I think it was this week right here that we filled prior. So it was 3 weeks ago, basically, this whole transition. So you can see as far as a weekly wick, the time frame you got to wait to see for that to play out. So we called out that 3 weeks ago, and it just hit it last week on Thursday, Friday. It hit that weekly wick target. This week right here, I think we was targeting. No, it was this high. It was this high. I remember now. It was this high right here. That was the high we was targeting for the 4-hour. And this was the target for the daily and the weekly. see you click Sean's. We got you.
What's up? What's up? What's up, man? What's going on?
We got Ant. We
Check,
everybody in
check.
here.
Can y'all boys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we in
man.
there. We in
What's
there.
happening, brother?
We Gucci. We good then. Man.
Nice.
Yeah, I was just going over this 4 hour target we had right here that we hit on the
What was
27th.
what was the number on that? What was the number on that?
71.35.
Okay.
You can see it right here on the 4 hour really. During this week in this phase, I was looking for the call market bullish right here. Once it passed this wick, that was showing signs of it being bullish, and once it closed above here on the 27th, right here, that's when we started seeing that bullish momentum really take over, and then ultimately it took the weekly wick right here.
Gotcha.
As you can see right here on the week, there was this wick, so it took 1, 2, 3 weeks for it to hit that area. It didn't close above on, but it was there. It turned around on Friday, and I'm in late sales on that still from last week on Friday. So right
Okay,
now
so
we
you
just
got
need
into
to.
sales. You
Yeah,
got
that
into
was
sales
from
Friday.
Friday. Yeah,
Okay, all right, cool.
was bad sales. Not just to throw that out there. Wasn't a good entry. It was the end of the day type shit.
Right.
Towards the end of that, but nonetheless, I'm not expecting it to sell off from here until we see a break of this low, this wick right here, and ultimately this little swing situation we had right here. But
Gotcha.
if we break this low, this wick, with all these wicks being rejected from this price right here, then that'll start to show signs that we starting to turn around on that bearish trend, which we are ultimately in. I mean, from this
Yes.
high to this low, it's definitely trending down. You know, it's a little bit of consolidation, choppiness on the weekly, but this is a large time frame. This is pretty much showing 2 years. So just blatantly, yeah, it is bearish, but if you really take in all this area, you got these lows right here that we just started to test, and we just actually started to break these lows strongly right here last month. So ultimately, it's more so consolidating in a bullish direction. I mean, a bearish direction. I
Right.
can't really call it a strong bearish move, but
Gotcha.
especially from the beginning of the year. I mean, we started the year right here, broke this area, and from these highs, we just broke the lows of last year, or last year and this year.
Cool.
Just happened
Yeah. I was
mid-May.
at the 22, January, February.
So this push up from this low being breaking could be considered somewhat of like a retest to continue to push back lower, because that was a strong support we just broke. And as you can see, it's pushing back strongly from that support from September 2020, November, October 2020 to December 21 to January 22. All that support right there just got broken in May, middle of May.
Boom.
And from that, we got a
So
strong
you think
rejection.
maybe
So
a retest and then
I mean, I'm thinking it could go as high as up here, 73s, but ultimately, economically wise, I don't see it going that high. I think this was the push up it needed to grab liquidity from last year. We've been selling from. People been having stop losses as they've been selling, retest, selling, retest, selling. So if anything, it was a lot of strong stop losses right here from everybody selling, going swing trade. So grabbed a lot of liquidity. A lot of people, thought it was going for buys with this wick up. And I remember us calling this. It was a long time ago in April. That wick up was like I forgot what it was. It was like a end of the week type situation on a daily. It was right here, April 5th, and it
Come
was
on
a
with your
day.
LeBron James memory then.
Man, come on, bro.
I
April
see
5th.
it. Okay.
April 5th was a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the beginning of the week. So yeah, so this was a Monday and a Tuesday, faking people out into buys. Like we was gonna continue a strong push up. We was gonna continue for buys. We already broke the last high of the previous year with that move. So that was a big strong fake out at the beginning of the week, and it should have continued with this wick not being filled, being that it wasn't a lot of momentum to fill it during that week. I know momentum is really looked at in sessions more so than weeks or months,
Right.
but it didn't push higher. Faked everybody out with that wick and started pushing lower, and that was the high of the year so far. And we still pushing down. So being that that didn't really close above, I could see us at least trading down to these wicks, if anything, before
Yeah.
we continue up. So
Yeah, looking
it's
at
a
the
waiting
daily
game.
too
Like you
high, it
said, the market
rejected.
could have continued higher.
It rejected the area on a daily of 72.65.
Hmm.
Pretty strong. Try to break through it, but with NFP, you gotta remember that was that sell off. That was that major drop that happened in the
Big
daily.
facts. That was a
So
good thing to
that
point out.
can be a retest of that week, and it can easily wick down and continue to fill up and get to those highs that we
Yep.
have on the daily. So that's just something we could look into. That's something I'm actually looking for as far as like my buys. Um,
For
to
the to
break.
test this area right here and get in the buys.
Yeah, or not even test those wicks. It can go down to the 71.75 and just get wick down as far as like there, or it can even tap into that 71. I mean, or 7,200 where it's at right now, 71.75 to 7,200, and
Flatten, just
leave
turn
a
around.
wick at the bottom and then keep on moving up. But you know,
That's true. That is true.
have to see what it see what it gives us, and even looking close into the 4 hour. Um, right now it's coming down into an area of consolidation to the left. So seeing if it could reject that hard, that's when I'll
Hmm.
probably
Right up in
really
here.
look for some buys.
You said on the 4 hour.
Yeah, on the
Okay.
Yeah.
4 hour to the
Yeah, I
left
got you.
where it's trying to, yeah, I feel like it
Yeah.
kind of like just it's gonna reach into the area,
Uh-huh.
and I think it may reverse. I mean, create a support to continue upward. Uh, but that's what I think that can possibly happen, or like what Six said. If not, if it breaks through those lows, then yeah, we're gonna continue moving, and that's why I have sales at below that consolidation.
Thinking what if it do continue heading down in there to the 71 70s?
71.50, yeah,
Yeah.
71.50.
Okay.
Because yeah, 70. If you look into 71.70, that's still in consolidation. You're not really breaking any lows. You in it. You don't want to be
Yeah, you
trading.
still in that. So
Yeah,
you saying okay, like 71.50, then being below that.
right. And me mainly like with times like this, what I look for is some type of big push.
Yep.
so I can get clean traffic. So when it does turn around, it's going to give me a better view. It's going to give me some more history, so I can be like, okay, now I have price to fill. Right now, we don't really have nothing to fill. It's a new week, um, you know, beginning of the month. So, we got a lot to let it play out before I really get into my major, moves.
A lot of new beginnings.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
beginning of the month, the week.
Because last week was like wasn't the beginning of the month, even though we had NFP and all that stuff. Last week was a short week. The beginning of the week was that Tuesday. Monday was a holiday. So you can't even count last week as far as like a solid, like, oh, beginning of the
Information.
month. Information, correct.
So with that being said, let's cancel out last week and see what the market looked like
Right.
if it didn't. Because you said Monday was a holiday,
Yeah.
Right.
which was the 30th, and the 3rd was Friday. That was NFP, which is right here. So basically, right here. That's why Monday started that vertical line. Follow
Hey, I'll
up
be
here.
right back. I'm gonna go grab a glass of water real quick.
All
All
right,
right,
you
brother.
good. So if anything, that week that was like you said a short week with NFP being the first, pretty much the day of the new month within that week, and we had a Monday bank holiday for that week. I feel like the only job for that week, if anything, prior to NFP, which was this Thursday, was to take out that high on the
Right.
daily and the weekly. Something it wanted to do the previous week, like it was already setting it up, breaking out of this little zone, pushing up higher. The next candle pushing up higher. It could have easily had another bullish candle and taken that out. It didn't need to consolidate and do all this shit.
Thanks.
That was just a manipulation for that very low volume week.
Yeah, so I'll definitely give it like, a couple of days just to see what it for like the weekly to see what it's gonna look like. But letting it let
I
the
mean,
weekly
it's
or let this just give it some structure so we can look for some nice areas.
and even from the daily standpoint, like with this week to be filled after we had this push up from it pulling back down into this little fake out situation,
Yeah.
that weekly target and these equal highs with this high that was a wick on the weekly, like, and clean traffic, there was a lot of great information and confirmation for bullish bias. Right now, we don't really have a strong confirmation for a bearish bias with all this funny shit going on right here. It's
Exactly.
not that clean for sales on the daily.
Yeah.
4 hour, somewhat. I mean, it's kind of clean right here, but not really it's basically just turning clean into consolidation,
Right.
which we pretty much already entering right here.
Mm-hmm.
And a 1 hour, a nice entry from there. Yeah, I caught a few sales.
I'm thinking, looking on the 15 minute, I'm looking for buys above 72.20.
Yep. I'm gonna move this, duplicate it. I'm looking for buys on the hourly. I'm expecting buys to be more active once it passes this line, 72.20 on a
On the
1 hour
hourly.
time frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a 1 hour. A close above that will definitely get me interested in buys. But like you said, on a 15 minute, Still a nice little area.
Mm-hmm.
Catch buys and whatnot. It's not really
It's the
not a lot
summertime,
going
man.
on.
It's gonna get
Yeah,
hot,
yeah.
so
I hope y'all boys in that
Vacation.
gym. I hope y'all boys is running.
come on, bro. You already
Man,
know.
I
I'm
ain't gonna
telling you,
lie, I'm not.
when I pop out, y'all gonna be like, hold up now, wait a minute.
I already know. I know the
Yeah,
cause and
man.
effect of working out. You get swole.
I definitely been getting it in. Definitely been
Nah,
running.
health is wealth, bro. Just even if you're doing jumping jacks, just anything to get your heart rate going.
Yep.
Nah, real talk. Real talk.
I see Panda out there
Definitely
getting
active
hers
in my
in.
day to day.
She getting hers in now.
Who that?
I see
Yeah.
everybody. Yeah,
She be
Jay
she be
running
doing that
with the CrossFit.
yeah, yeah, CrossFit, bro. I'll be like, you could have that.
Uh-huh.
But she
Mm.
been getting
It's
it in though.
running, jumping, lifting, doing it's all that.
All that stuff.
Yeah, get your bird chest in there, boy.
Yeah, man. I be doing my own little thing. I got another gym. I got another gym. So when she be doing that, I'll go to the
Huh.
gym. I get it in. Let my
That's
little
what's
gym
up. That's
membership I
what's
got.
up.
But yeah, you know, with all that running, I'm a stay slim. But I definitely been trying to get my swole on, bro.
Mm.
Gotta have that
Couple
balance.
push-ups in the every night that never hurt nobody, you know.
I just look before I got on the live. I banged it
Hmm.
out. I got my weight vest on right now.
Oh yeah, what you hit about 10 of them? I know you good for a good 10.
Yeah, I did about what I did 30. Did about a little 30 before I get on the live. Do another probably
I
get in another
see you
100 before I
flexing.
lay it down.
Yeah,
Real talk.
But no,
that's
I
what's
I
up.
do that. I for sure do that.
That's what's up. Yes, sir.
Yes. And I got to. Just like you said, man, like health is wealth. That's just a life lesson, bro. Like you can't be a wealthy person and unhealthy and vice versa.
Right.
So
You won't be able to do what you do
you
if you
won't
sick all the time. Which
you
you
can't
can't.
sustain it.
There you
Yes.
go.
That is
If you
so
can't
true.
live 10 more years, 15 more years,
Come on, can't take it
you
with you.
can't make that money. Yeah.
Can't take it with you.
Being out of shape.
Yeah. At 15 minutes.
I
But
took a look at the.
I do know from here on out, there's gonna be some nice setups happening from here on out. Yeah, what the news looking like, man? What we have?
Not a lot, bro. Rate that should tomorrow night. Australian dollar high news, interest rate. Tuesday, got a one morning piece of news for U.S. Then two for Australian dollar on that evening. No news on Wednesday. Thursday, of course, jobless claims. That's every week on Thursday.
Yep.
Friday, we got inflation rate year on year, Michigan consumer sentiment, and core inflation rate. So Thursday and Friday should be some strong reversals or wick continuations and all that shit happening. But if anything, if you don't see any setups, just let the market play out towards the end of the week because it
Yeah.
ain't doing nothing but setting up for next week.
Facts.
You know, NFP really showed a lot from rejecting from that high on that weekly wick and that daily high it created 3 weeks
Yeah, I
ago.
guess it's like being this like the first week of the month, the first full week of the month. You can almost see that as like the Monday, that
Yeah.
Sunday Monday of beginning of the weekly and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
that's true. That is true.
But Yeah, I mean overall, I see bullish continuation. But we won't know that until we start to get some bullish candles close on the 4 hour, the
True.
daily, and the way the daily rejected off that high, and depending on how it closed now for this day, meaning tomorrow 5 o'clock, we'll determine if it's gonna test this area that the wicks retested at 1, 2, 3. Daily wicks tested this low. We'll see if this can try to retest it too and trick people into sales, turn around and continue higher. That's pretty much what I'm waiting on.
Same here. And I think that's
So
like
like
a
you said, if we don't see that, we'll turn around right here at this little resistance. This was a fake out, and then a continuation in that same direction. This engulfing candle right here, this is a textbook trade to take sales. And once you see this candle close and then this candle trading low, it was a whole lot of people getting into sales right here. Lost a lot of money.
yeah. I mean, you that's a tight. I definitely see what you're talking about. But yeah,
You know, that's what
that's
people get
tight.
taught.
Yep.
It's all on YouTube. It's on every book. This pattern right here, you get a breakout, then a turnaround, engulfing the previous candle, and more continuation down. Yeah, niggas took sales all day, especially when it broke this low. Oh yeah,
Trying to catch the
big
top.
sales. Come on, man.
Trying to catch the top.
Yeah.
Not paying no attention
And blew it.
to them daily
And blew
highs
it. That's it.
over here. Not paying
Exactly.
attention
Like
to none of them daily
not
highs,
paying
weekly
attention to the
wicks.
trend. Not paying attention to the trend that you're looking at.
Facts. Or just paying attention to structure. Like
That's what I meant. Yeah.
the
You're right.
trend got them in the sales because you see
Yeah.
all this trending, all this going down, all this going. They're thinking, oh, it's sales. Let's get into sales, but not realizing, yeah, it's sales. But look what happened on this week. This week closed below all this super strong support, like ultimate heroes. Like this is like, yeah, nigga, Superman broke that and turned around. Didn't continue. Didn't break this low. Turned around and pushed back higher. So you really don't have no trend once that happened. This
It
yeah
broke
is a
structure.
strong continuation of structure. So yeah, we should be trending bearish. We should be. This was a great opportunity to say yeah, we've 100% bearish now. But with that weekly turning around and going right back into this zone area, whatever you want to call it, consolidation. Like yeah, you really have no more of that. You can't say that no more. Overall, yeah, we still kind of bearish because we never broke this area. We never broke this high yet. I mean, we
Yeah.
broke it, but we didn't close above this high yet.
Right.
So it's more of it's in between. It's a bearish, but it's consolidating, and we back in the consolidation with this push up through these weeks.
Yeah.
So for the daily, this ain't nothing but based on what I just speak on the weekly. This ain't nothing but a retracement to continue bearish
Yeah.
until we break these highs up here, strong closes, and market structure creating higher lows and higher highs.
Yeah.
Then we could start leaning towards we still in consolidation. You can't leave that. We always in consolidation once we broke back into consolidation. Once we broke out of that and was creating lows, yeah, okay, we bearish, but we didn't hold that for that week. So we back in
Yeah.
consolidation. But if we start to make higher lows, higher highs up to this high, then you can start leaning more towards, okay, we bullish, but still in consolidation on a larger time frame.
Yeah.
So then you go to the 4 hour. 4 hour is beaming bullish. You would have to minimize the chart to see what we're really doing. And then you can see, okay, we kind of still back in this consolidation phase, but we for sure bearish still. This ain't nothing but a big strong pullback to these highs. And we rejected that. But that's zooming all the way out. You zoom in like I had it before, anybody would call that bullish all day.
Yep.
It's making higher highs, making higher lows, taking out old highs, old highs. So that's the definition of a bullish market. So you always got to break it down from the larger time frame and really see what you're looking at, and do that shit daily so it can be a reminder.
Facts.
That's why I like to do all my back testing, looking at old trades. I like to do that on the weekends, preferably Sunday, because I know at least once I do all that back testing and look at what happened and what didn't happen, I'm hours before the market about to open and show me what it's about to continue to do for the next week. Friday and Saturday, I don't even want to really look at the charts. That's why eventually Friday gonna be a no trade day for all of us.
That's true.
You don't need 5 days to be profitable in this business. That's the sweet thing about it.
Facts. You can. The only thing you need is one day on an
One
entry, and you
day
can ride it for the whole week.
you can ride it, just like niggas ride the roller coaster. You waiting them long ass lines to get in a roller coaster. Why you can't wait in a long ass line to get in that fire ass trade?
Facts. So we could potentially, looking at the 1 hour. Wow. 71. Yeah, we have potentials to hit that 71.55, man.
Looking at the 1 hour,
Yeah.
71.55 right here.
What did boy talking about?
He talking about these lows, this whole little low zone right up in here that all these candles rejecting from. We had a rejection right here, rejection here, here, and here, all in this little zone. So it could be anywhere from 71.60 to 71.50.
Yes.
And he picked the middle spot, 71.50.
Yeah,
So
that's on your
I
hour.
agree with you on that, Jay.
And I would,
Whether
I
or
would
not if we
enter
get
this
it now,
trade if this last hour, like at 9 o'clock at that hour closed bullish where it's at right
mhm,
now, and leaving a wick like that, easy.
Yeah.
mhm.
That's an easy
Where
one.
would you put your stop loss? Is it a hard stop or is it a structured stop? How do you play and time wise? Do you enter a trade with the stop loss and take profit already in place, or do you let the market play out until you enter a stop loss? Like, what's your move if the market closed right now? How it did?
I would look for I would get in on my tester at a 1 pip, and then
Gotcha.
I would let the market play out on a 15 minute. Look for like a quick retest,
Back
and
up to a high.
yep,
Okay, and then you
and
would start to add
yeah,
more
and
into
then
that position.
as soon as I get like as soon as it hits the area of support, like you said in that area right there, I will. That's when I enter. I wait till the next candle to open up and break the low of that previous candle, and then I'm entering, putting my
Uh,
stops above that candle.
So if
okay.
this candle closed just like now, you would enter a tester with 1 unit,
Yes,
and then you would wait on the 15 minute market to pull back up to maybe test these highs up in here,
yes.
or even ultimately go back up
I
here.
was about to
It
say,
could go
yeah,
back
it
up
could
here.
easily go back up there.
try to test up in here, fake people out,
Yep.
and you will watch that on the lower time frame. And if it continues higher, then you would just get out of that trade at no loss to you and
Nothing.
wait for another setup, pretty much.
Yep. Yep.
Got you.
You got it.
Now, if the market closed like this and you got in on the tester and it ultimately just started continuing shooting down on the 15-minute and it closed on the 15-minute below the low of this hourly candle, would you add to that position continuing lower, or would you wait for the hourly candle to close below this low? How would you play that out?
I will wait. I will wait until a retest. And if I don't get one and they keep on going down and I'm up 30, 30 pips on a 1 unit tester and it hits the area of
Right
take
here?
profit, yes, if it hits the area, then that's a trade that I lost or that I missed, not lost, but that I missed. And over time, once I see that more often, then I'll be like, oh, okay, I see how I probably could have, it's a Sunday, little to no volume. It's just following what it did. Previous week was a 9 forms payroll. So it's just going to
Right here.
continue to sell off. And, that's something I can just close my eyes and just, continue to sell. Because that's what a lot of people doing ultimately,
Yeah.
just like you, Six. You holding that sell since Friday, 9 forms payroll.
Yeah.
So a
And you
lot of
see
the,
what got me in this sale? This candle right here. I could have easily, I had every right to enter up here. Probably I wasn't looking at the laptop maybe at that time,
yeah, that would have been a
but
fire
the
entry right there.
the fact that this candle right here fully engulfed this
Yes.
body and wick,
In between of it too, like a sandwich.
and we got wick to fill right here, and we got momentum.
Yeah.
Dog, you could put the house on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sell your mama house, your grandma house, everybody house you know,
Y'all weren't looking at it at that time?
and put it on that trade.
I
That's how I
wasn't.
like
No, I
certain.
wasn't looking at that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I
Uh,
actually got out. I was up like, man, I went crazy last week, and 9 forms payroll took me out,
Yeah.
but it took
Oof.
me out at 50 pips. So I was like, yeah, bro, I was way up.
what you was up? It took you out on that sale. You was out. You was up on
No, it took me out on the buys. You see that 1 hour, the 1 hour chart that you're looking at? See the bottom of it where it started going up? I
right
caught
here.
all that. Yeah, I caught all that. So when it started turning around,
Oh, it
I
took you out on the Friday retracement.
yes.
Got-
No, not even Friday
Well, you
retracement.
had
It's
your
just
stop loss like under here.
I was just looking at it. I didn't have no stop set. I
Oh,
was just
okay, okay,
looking at it and I was like,
okay,
I'm gonna
okay. And you
secure,
just got
I
out.
want to secure a 50. Yeah, I was like, I'm straight. I'm done for the week.
Okay.
Nice. Just for one thing, a rule of thumb. When you in a buy like that, a good. I don't know where you got out really, but when you see any type of swing low created to continue high, and this really not a true swing low,
Yeah.
nor this is, but this right here is the definition of a swing low is the middle candle of both the left and the right candle has to be the lowest.
The wick.
So basically, this candle, yeah, the wick body, whatever, it has to be the lowest. The low has to be the lowest, the one previous and the one after it. So that's
Got
a
you.
swing low. Putting a stop loss below the swing low on a big push like that is your best bet. When
Okay.
you get a close, and you ain't even gotta put a stop loss really. Mentally, if you get a close, you wait for this hourly candle to close. If you get a close like that, yeah, just get out.
Let's get out of
Because what you can do now, you in a perfect,
to
the
ride it.
perfect, not to ride nothing, but the perfect scenario and situation to look for buys to get back into that buy. So you may not, you caught all this and you got out right here. So you caught pretty much all this. Being right here, letting that candle stop you out or whatever, closing that trade. If you start to see the candles break that same candle that closed below this low, that high, when it closed above that high, now you can put your wick on that candle. below the low of that swing low that created that, and you could continue to ride that high.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a reasoning to get back in. Granted, you didn't get none of that, so you wouldn't have got in. If anything, you probably would have been looking at sales, and you could have got in a sale right here at 10 a.m., 11 a.m.
Yep.
type
Yeah.
shit. Once you start to see market structure just shift back down into this little consolidation area, this zone. So yeah, man, that was fire, man. You I don't know when NFP came out, right around here, right? Right up in this push.
Really?
Yeah. What was it? What was NFP? The second, right? No,
Um,
third. The
the
third. The
third, yeah,
third.
yeah. The
The
NFP was
third.
a sell. Yeah, it started
Sell.
dropping.
Okay, 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 okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah, that pretty much did it right there. This whole I don't know what I'm doing situation.
Hmm.
Maybe lower or higher.
He started getting confused right there.
Well, right up in here.
Yep.
Hey, yeah, when you got a big ass candle like this with a long wick to the bottom and a just as same size wick
Same
to
at
the
the
top,
top. Yeah.
like that's indecision all day. I don't care how big well, typically you would want a smaller body. You don't want nothing
Yeah.
too big, but the body smaller than the wicks on either side, yeah, that's indecision. It don't know what it want to do right now. Pretty much how it's looking right now if it closed. So you definitely want to wait for price to trade below or above that if you can. So do y'all find yourself trading more so at a certain time of the day, finding setups at certain times of the day?
Nah, mine is majority looking at the chart just in the evenings when I get home.
Okay,
Um, I'm pulling the trigger on a couple of them on some little like testers and stuff, but for the most part, it's still trial and error and trying to
like in
actually
the
read
morning,
it.
some.
Yeah,
Right, right.
Yeah,
So
mine's
basically,
still
you
the
catching
same,
that
man.
Asian, you catching that Asian session,
Right.
Australian Asian session. That's your trading session.
That's the same for me. It's either early in the
yeah,
morning, that 6, 7 o'clock, or I
yeah. I
catch it
get to
late at
sneak
night.
away early in the mornings and then about the same time in the evening, like sevens. Them same
Yep.
7 o'clock times.
Yep.
Facts. What time you usually be like laying it down on average? And like at night, being that you get
About
out your spot.
10:30, 11. I mean, sometimes it'll be about 12.
That's perfect. I mean, even like 10 to 11, like as far as idea on trend continuation, that's pretty
Yeah.
much what you could be looking for as far as your bias to look for trades, because
Uh-huh.
it ain't it ain't a lot of setups in that time. I mean, it is setups, but it's definitely more volume in the morning times. So if you go with that mind frame, like if you go with the mind frame of let me look at what the morning did. I'm not looking at the morning because I'm getting up, going to work and shit. But when you get home, let me look at what the morning
Right.
did and envision yourself getting into a trade in the morning. How would you manage that trade? For that Asian session, and if you still see bullish continuation or bearish continuation, then that's when you could drop to the 15 minute to see if you could, you know, catch a breakout or break at a low, break at a high type entry,
Right.
and you'd be done. Just make sure you go to sleep with a stop loss.
Please do. Please do.
Man,
Please do, bro.
He said you gonna need
Real
it.
talk. You
Yes,
going it's not you gonna need it. It's like it's
you
stop
sleep better.
loss. It's like a
Yeah, right.
you
That's
sleep
that
better.
is
It's
true.
like the bank. It's like the bank having security systems. Real talk. Like no
Yeah.
bank would not have no cameras or for that a lock on their vault door.
Right.
No bank in this world. Like that's just extra security. So that's all a stop loss is. A stop loss ain't to to feel the loss. It's so you can stay in the game.
There you go.
That's how you look at the stop loss. It's so
That's a
you
good
can
way to
stay
put
in
it.
the game. Yeah,
A real
it's
good
not
way
to
to
be
put it.
like it's not like to feel and be in pain of a loss. Like, oh damn, I lost this money. I'm losing 5 trades a day. It's like, yeah, but you still in the game. You a stop loss is taking Steph Curry and putting that nigga on the bench because later on you could bring the game back
Right.
if if he get a little resting point and he come back because they know niggas like him have hot moments, and if he not hot, maybe he just need to cool down, chill out. Maybe he need to look at his phone, check his Instagram page, and that's what get him hot. Then he come back and starts, yeah, doing what he do.
I can. Yeah, I like that analogy. Almost like stop loss is like a timeout.
Yeah.
Real talk, real
Like a
talk,
timeout. You know, you getting busted. They do that 10-point run on you. You're like,
real
hold on, y'all,
talk,
timeout, y'all. We need to talk. We need to
real
talk about
talk,
this one.
real talk,
Make some adjustments.
real talk, bro. Yeah, you don't play center. Go shoot some threes, man. Speaking of threes, the game on right now.
Yes, I mean,
65, 66, 56.
we 50, 56, 67.
Okay, he hit.
Yeah, he did.
Who up?
I don't know why ESPN behind. The Warriors are right now.
Yeah, it looked like I think they go take this one. I mean, well,
Hey,
you
it's
know what?
still a whole fourth quarter.
Yeah,
It's
bro,
still a
yeah.
whole fourth
Nigga,
quarter,
And
I'm
what
about to
they
bro.
say,
did,
boy.
and what they did the last game in the fourth quarter,
It's
yeah,
still a yeah.
I'm tripping. My bad,
But
man. My
you
bad.
also still too for me though. You still too also got to remember. Can they do that again in the fourth quarter? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly. That's
Like
what I'm saying.
you got to show me you can do that one again because that was like Draymond Green was also saying. They went 15 of 23 from the 3-point line. Those X factor players.
Yep,
That's rare.
that
If you
is
hitting
rare.
15, you usually shooting 38 to 45 3-pointers if you're gonna make 15. If the
Yep,
percentages is right. You see
that's
what I'm
true.
saying? So imagine the amount of misses they would have had to have if it was really
Mm,
going down like that.
hmm.
So that's why he was like, man, I'm not too worried about it. You know, he's
Yeah, I didn't see
so
the whole game. I saw the what you
boy, they was
call.
splat in the
Boy,
fourth quarter. I
it was
think
crazy.
Horford hit six
I saw
threes,
how they
bro.
had a stupid run on the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
The
they
No,
hit
last game they
nine
had like a
total threes in
19-0
that
run.
crazy,
quarter.
bro. They was blazing. Everybody though. It wasn't just one person.
No, I
Like,
know. I seen him. I seen
yeah,
him.
bro. Al
I
Horford.
saw the beginning of the game and I saw how they was up and I was like, okay, I don't
That
know
boy
what's gonna happen, but
Steph,
I did see the
he went
Celtics. But
stupid in the
yeah, I
first with
saw Steph
21
was going
points.
stupid. I saw
Yeah,
that. I saw
he
the play.
broke a
But
record. He broke a record. Hit like what, like 6 threes in the first quarter.
Man, that boy was hidden.
That's a finals record. But yeah, he was going crazy. And yeah, bro.
what y'all think about fucking the nigga name is not damn, I can't think of the nigga name. Fucking he part of the Splash Brothers, but he not really splashing no more.
Oh, Jordan Poole.
No, not Poole.
Oh,
Oh, you talking
Clay
about
Thompson.
Clay
Clay.
Thompson?
Clay Thompson's Clay.
Yeah,
What's up
Clay.
with Clay?
Clay is still Clay.
I know he
He's still
injury.
Clay.
He had
He's
a
still
history of
Clay. He
injuries
just
and
got
shit.
a
Yeah, dog. Y'all.
well, this he back after 2 years. So
He
really,
back.
him even playing just this second half of the season in the playoffs, he's still gonna get worn
Is
down because he
yeah,
hadn't played a whole like
yeah.
season yet.
Got you.
So
That's
for
true.
me, it's you still gotta
So
wait till next year.
what was his gameplay like this whole season? He was out the first half of the season completely.
No, Clay tore his ACL 2 years ago, so he been out of the
Right.
game for 2 years
hmm Then
So
came
he
he
came back
tore it,
this
came
season.
back and tore it. Yeah,
and
and then
tore it
came back
again.
this
Oh,
season. Yeah.
Yeah,
He came back this season, or he came back this season and tore it again.
No,
No, he back this season.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Second
he
half,
came back.
like I think
Yeah.
what was it like second half of the season
towards the
or a
end. Yeah,
little bit?
you.
Yeah, towards the
Yeah,
end of it, basically.
yep.
Damn.
Yeah,
So they got here without him, basically.
Facts.
facts.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
Cause
they
I know he
inserted
not
him into
doing
the
it for nothing.
lineup, and then I think Curry had went out a little bit, and so then that's when it was Clay and Jordan Poole.
Oh
Them boys was
yeah, that's true.
splashing.
Yes,
For
And then
real.
that's when they was talking about when Steph came back. Remember, they kept him on the bench, and he was coming off the bench,
that's
and
true.
they
Dropping
What
just start.
happened?
20, 30.
They
What
just
happened with
started
Steph?
him. He injured his ankle.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, he always had ankle problems.
hmm So
Mm.
now though, this series is the first series that he's been starting. So it's it's the finals. They not gonna say they gonna say, hey, Golden State, we're not playing it. Get them ratings up. Put Steph in the lineup.
For
Stop
real.
playing. But then you
Yeah,
think
because
about it.
they're not even
Steph
talking
can't.
all the shit you telling me. Like I haven't
Yeah, they're
heard
not
none of
talking
this on
about it
ESPN.
much.
They're not talking about, especially about Clay. Like they talking
Yeah.
about Clay like he just horrible. He is not the same nigga. That's all I hear.
Nah, but
Like
that's just
he
because
not the same person.
he's still they got to
Yeah,
make
but
up
I didn't
stories.
know he came back towards the end of the season too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
this,
like
they just building his confidence up, just allowing him to play at all, because they really could just put him on the bench
right.
and ball out.
But you think about it, when Curry came back starting, he proved his point. The shit, 21 in the first. He said, "This is why I'm the starter."
Yep.
Real talk. That boy Cole.
No,
No,
he amazing. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
for real
I
talk.
was telling, I was
I ain't
looking
even
at the
say that.
game. I was looking at the first quarter with Amanda, and she was like amazed, like, "Oh my gosh!" Like she was like, "Does he miss?" I said, "Babe, you really looking at the greatest shooter in the
and
world,
him the world
like ever, like."
that is a question. Do he miss? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
He done threw up a lot of weird ass shots that I've seen in my time, and it's very
hidden.
questionable. But it's all about. It gotta be some kind of. It's either in his comfortability and his release and
Right.
his understanding in the distance of a basketball goal from where he at when he shoot from. It gotta be something in that for him to hit so many shots like that. Like
Well, it's definitely yeah, it's definitely that. A lot of it is confidence
Repetition, a lot of
and
repetition
repetition.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I don't know if you know Six, but his dad was a burner and he played in the
his daddy
NBA.
was a shooter. Yeah,
His dad was a burner.
I didn't know he was a shooter though.
Yes, Dale
yeah, he
Curry.
was
Did he
the
break any
shooter.
records?
Yeah. Huh?
Did he set or break any records in the league?
No, because he wasn't the star of the team. You know what I'm saying? Like the reason why Ray Allen and Reggie Miller got so many threes because they played a lot. Like they was actually the stars. Like and they let it go. Now see what
So he
Steph
was on them championship teams.
who?
Dale Curry.
No, he played for the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he wasn't
So what
like he
era that was? That was Anthony Mason era.
that was yeah, that was grandmama. That was what's his name? Johnson. Not,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Larry
that was them.
Johnson.
Larry Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
back in them
hmm
days. He used to come off the
Grandmama.
bench. He used to come off the bench and burn them.
Yeah. Okay.
But just like everybody else, they had this dude called Jordan playing around that time.
Yeah, I forgot about him. I actually got on his shoes right
Yeah.
now. So
That man didn't care about nobody.
Oh my gosh, dog, like straight killer, bro. And yeah, man.
that's crazy. I mean, what's y'all views on the greatest player of all time
Number
in
8, number
basketball?
24. He rocked
What's
two
your views,
numbers.
Jay?
You already know I'm with.
Yeah,
He amazed me, bro. Now, if you just say for okay, so honest to be honest, I honestly put Shaq.
mm,
The
If
greatest
you
player
think
of all
about
time?
if you think about it, bro, like just that man's talent was different. I get Jordan and all that, but Shaq, you couldn't beat Shaq.
yeah.
But I give it to Jordan
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of all the triumphs he had to go through, especially
Uh-huh.
with the back-to-back three-peats that they did.
Hey, them back-to-backs do give you some big credit. Big
And
credit.
he did
Yeah.
it at his position. All of the triumphs he did. I mean, I know it's a lot of people that broke a lot of records, set a lot of records, and I understand the game changed. But back in the day, when you want to go back, like when kids or old grown men in Jordan era, when they grew up with the Wilt Chamberlain and shit, all the greatest scorers in the greatest players was the tallest niggas.
Yeah.
So when the game shifted to like, okay, the power forwards are starting to set records and be an amazement and sell tickets, and everybody coming off of that. Now the guards are starting to set records.
Sell the tickets.
'Cause,
So you got Jordan because he changed the game.
Yes.
yeah, he
Yeah.
was a but he wasn't the only game changer. It was a lot of
Hey,
game
so
changers. It was
let me ask you this then.
you go back to the
If
sixties
long
and
if
find game changers.
longevity for the new era, let's just say Steph get 6 championships. What about Steph? He changed the game with them 3-pointers, with the shooting, with the
If Steph, I mean, he already broke records. That's a fact, right? You
right
could check
big
that off the list.
facts. Yeah.
Set and broke records in his position. I don't know if he broke records in rebounds. I don't know if he broke records in assists
Right.
or anything like that, or field goal shots or whatever it may be. But 3-pointers and all that shit, range shot. I already
He
know he
hit
set and
buckets.
broke
Yeah.
Yeah.
records.
No, I give him.
He hit
I give
buckets.
Steph. Steph has like already solidified himself as a Hall of Famer,
Right.
greatest shooter of all time.
Right.
Big
Nobody
facts.
will. Nobody will get
He
that.
gets the category greater.
Yes,
Like
he get
the
that.
But
category great player.
to be the great to be considered in that category as the greatest player of all time type shit, like how I put
Yeah.
Jordan and shit, just because
You
that's
had to
my era.
dominate more than just them shooting.
That's it.
Just
Facts. He
more
got to
than
dominate the
you got to
game, and
dominate
the
more than
way to
just
dominate the
defense. Yeah.
game is you win the game, and the way to
There you
Jordan,
win the
go.
game is you win the championship,
no,
and
Jordan used to like. My thing
and
He used
how
was,
to
you
take the
win.
wheel. He used to
yes,
take the wheel.
yes, on both sides of the court.
Big facts. and
Yes,
and you got to think about how they won. Like it's a thing to win 12 championships over a course
Hmm.
of 30 years, but when you do it in two three peats, over a course of time type shit,
yeah,
like that's
two three peats,
domination.
two
That's
three peats.
domination.
In between both of those, he went to go play baseball real quick.
Come on,
Yeah.
man. So if he stayed, what it would have been a six peat.
Exactly.
and
Big
and and
fact. It
then
probably
and
would
then
have.
and then
Yeah.
back then it was an era to where like we didn't have like it wasn't a players league. So like if you get beat by the Bulls, that team, whether it was the Jazz or the Magic or uh who else them boys beat, but all those teams they like, okay, we'll see y'all next year. We not
Right.
go trade. We
We
not go
not,
get.
yeah.
We
This
not
the
go troop
same
a
boys.
team.
We're gonna try to get better. We
Yes,
may drafted
Right,
somebody.
yes.
right,
Somebody we may have picked up one person or
Thing. Yeah,
you know
Steph
what I'm
right.
saying?
going
Like,
crazy.
and it's not like a big superstar player. It's an X factor type player that got
Yep.
moved or got traded or you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
That's true. That's
You
true.
know,
As I'm saying, the
it
game
was
changed on
X.
all different levels from a
Yeah,
business
X factor
aspect
players was the only
and
ones to get
from an
moved.
actual like what was you. I look at basketball. What was the competition all
Yeah.
day, bro? Like if basketball started with, oh, we playing basketball, we go create basketball, and we got all 7 feet niggas on our team, and everybody on the East Coast got they tallest players 5 feet.
Yeah.
East Coast easily would have dominated until West Coast would have got taller players. So it's like,
Uh-huh.
it's based on competition. So that's why back in the day, the tallest players dominated the game. Back
Yeah.
in the day, it wasn't
Yeah.
no skill on because it was the game was still built on fundamentals. It was passing, you know, shooting. You pass it around, you shoot it. It wasn't too much of the flashy shit. So it was just a tall nigga having the ball, and if he got enough skill to dribble it and fake one way and go the other way and dunk or whatever, like yeah, he was the
Yeah.
star of the league.
It go like this. It go like this. Back in the day, it's like you said with all the like the George Mikens, the Robert Parrish, the
Mm.
Kareem Abdul, all them
They
dudes
was dominating the hell out the
dominate,
game.
dominating
Yeah.
the game, dominating the game, and it was a team sport. When Jordan
Hmm.
came in, it was like,
He took it was
oh
like
my
him.
gosh,
Yeah.
one dude can beat us. Like I never seen this before.
No, they did see that before. Will Chamberlain. He
Yeah,
scored
but
100
Yeah,
points in a game.
that's
They
true.
saw that before.
That's
One
true.
dude. And he beat him because he was the tallest nigga on the court.
Yeah,
And he was cold. He was skilled. He wasn't just like goofy, just throw the ball higher than anybody can jump. I'm going to catch it and put it in the
yeah.
hoop. It wasn't that. He was dribbling and moving and shit and doing, he was doing that
I
shit.
seen a little video. He was like
Come on, bro. Like,
41 or
they been
43.
was on somebody can dominate the game like that, but it was the tallest nigga. It
Yeah.
wasn't until like the Pistol Pete and the Larry Bird and all them era when small forward
Guards and
and
small
guards
forwards.
was
Yeah.
dominating the game and scoring
that's true.
40, 50, 60
Magic
and
Johnson messed
calling. It was, I forgot what player started calling their points like, nigga, I'm gonna score 50 on you. It was before Jordan when
Yeah.
he was doing it.
Yeah, that's that
Yeah,
Larry
I was
Bird.
watching some shit.
Larry Bird was bad, man, and
Larry
him
Bird
and
was bad. He was a
yeah,
shit talker, like a
yes,
motherfucker, which I didn't really know.
yeah,
Larry Bird was like, yeah, he'd get in your head. And I want to say it was him
yeah.
that was calling
Larry
out
was
his points
yeah,
and hitting them hoes. Like, but what just to speak on here right quick, that nigga was the sloppiest ball player I've ever seen on the court. But like
Who
when
you
he was
say? Who was
playing,
that?
Larry Bird, he was so slow and lazy and like easy to rip, but he
Yeah.
was just
He
like
still was just
body,
crafty. He
man, he
just
was just, yeah,
crafty.
crafty,
Yes,
crafty. That's
that's
a
it.
good word. That's a perfect term. Cause yeah, when you watch some video footage, yeah, that
You
nigga
be
was
like,
sloppy
come
as
on,
hell.
bro. Get hit. Peel that. Take his rock. He dribbling too
Man,
slow.
easy, bro. Like, yeah, he was not Steph, like with quick with the
Oh,
release, moving, running around the court. Like,
That's the
nah,
thing. Yeah,
nothing like Steph. But yeah, man, we done talked about basketball. We here. It's 9:03, and the market is doing what it's doing, just like a game. It's going side to
hmm.
side, baby, across the
yep.
court,
Playing
side to
around.
side. We
Playing
call that
around, man.
consolidation.
That's why it's good to like let it be easy, man. Like
Yeah.
Thanks.
don't
Let the
let it be
candles
hard.
close.
Yes, and let
Go watch
price
a
form.
basketball game.
Yes,
Um,
right now you're seeing that it rejected, that area to the left.
right
So
here,
yes,
70,
so
20,
let
70,
it do what
20.
it do, man. Don't even trip.
It rejected in this area, which is also this area. It rejected. And
Yeah.
all this fake out,
Oh,
came back down, rejection, bam, rejection.
that boy Poole just hit a burner,
Big
buzzer
burner.
buzzer beater.
Big burner.
That was crazy.
Big burner.
What part is it? Fourth? Or is
It's,
It,
fifth?
it's about to start the fourth, and they got him on a McNugget, a
Uh,
nice little 20 piece.
yeah,
They got them boys on a nice little McNugget, boy. In and out of them. Oh, with the hezzy.
yeah,
Giggity.
yeah. That boy did an in and out hezzy crossover, pulled up half court.
And pull from the half
uh,
court, bro. Look at Steph. You see how Steph looked at him too, like, all
Hmm.
right, boy. He said,
Yep.
"That's how we doing it. That's how we doing it." Golly, boy, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
get
man.
in and out. Ugh, hezzy with the comeback, and then oh my. But see, the pullback was through the legs.
Yes.
Oh, so that
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that was nasty. Yeah, you can't lie. Yeah, that one was nasty.
Really.
I'm watching them in the office.
Yeah,
But yeah,
not
man.
yet.
I mean, we got we got these next couple of days and let price,
Yeah.
play out.
Like
Um,
I said, right now I'm looking at the daily.
I want
This
that to
is
close
it
above that
it
area.
closed. Yeah, if it closed below these lows right here, then we could
Yeah.
see potentially it could fill these wicks and come down to this support area right here. So wait for cancels to close, if
Yep.
anything. Wait for
Yep,
candles to
that's
close.
how you gotta.
Yeah, even on the 1 hour. about to be out, man. We're gonna be back next Sunday, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock.
It's gonna be
You
jumping.
dig?
Y'all
You
already
already
know,
know.
man. Y'all know what's up. Y'all shoot the messages
Be
in the
safe.
Telegram. Let us know,
Yes, sir.
what y'all see. Most
Make it
Facts.
definitely.
happen.
We got you.
Cause I'm watching. I'm watching. Hey, look. Every time I see some numbers and I see some like, yeah, there it is. Let me see what we going for today.
Run it up, my boy. All
Let's
right,
get
man.
it.
We're gonna be out.
All right,
All right,
y'all.
fellas. Y'all be
Yes,
good.
sir.
Peace.